thing that I do for businesses, I really kind of understand what's unique and different about that business or that business unit, if it's kind of a board of people. Really understand what their brand is, what their personal brand is, what's unique and different about them, what they can actually offer the world. And often, you know, when you're it's your own business, it's very difficult for you to interrogate yourself and really get to the nub of what your customer might be looking for. And so I often meet business owners that have 5 businesses or do 5 things in a business, and they really haven't kind of nailed down what's unique and different about them. So once you've actually done that, once you've found the thing that's unique and different about that person, it's much easier to market it. It's much easier to focus them, and it's much easier to actually get them connected with their customers, their existing customers, and their tribe of people. And you know where they are, you know what they do, because you're really focused on the people that love you, the people that really want what you've got to offer. Because you're really focused, it's easier to grow it, and that's what I often do for businesses. So I have a book, Business Evolution, Creating Growth in a Rapidly Changing World. The reason why I wrote this book is because, you know, I did an MBA from Cranfield, you know, I worked for BP and all of these people, you know, got the t-shirt and all of that stuff. But a lot of this material was written 20 years ago. You know, 20 years ago, the internet, you know, for the wider population didn't exist really. The world of business has changed enormously. I'm blogging for a magazine, Market Leadership Journal. It gets 70,000 hits globally. You know, my own website couldn't do that. I connected with them, you know, because they like my sense of humour and things that I put out on Twitter, and now I've got a business relationship. I've never actually, I go to America, but I haven't been for the last couple of years. So I haven't physically met them. I've met them, you know, through Skype and whatever. That's how businesses are growing. That's how you're able to engage and make connections with people, whether you're talking to decision-making units. That's how you... What's great about it, it used to be the kind of world in the Industrial Revolution when it was very much about what you knew. The people that designed the mechanisms, you know, in the factories, they're the ones that actually made money. Then it was a society where it was who you knew. And I know in politics with the Etonians it still exists, but generally the world of business, the socially connected world, is about who you are. It's about you know, what have you got to offer the world? That's what's important nowadays. When we think of Richard Branson or Virgin, what do we think of? We think of Richard Branson, we feel we know his personality, we feel we could go up to him because he's a fun type of guy. You know, the companies where you don't know who's at the kind of the business personality behind it, you don't feel such a connection to them. The great thing about being an SME, about being a small business, you are that person. You know you better than anyone knows you, but all you need to do is project that, amplify that out, so that your tribe of people can identify with you, get connected to you, and then they love you. That's how it happened in America. You know, things that I was sending out, they thought, oh, I really like what she has to say, I love her sense of humour. And, you know, we're in one phone call, we're doing business, because they've already kind of developed a relationship with me. They feel they already know who I am. Oprah Winfrey's the same. You know, even Steve Jobs as well. You either connect, you either love him or you don't love him. And, you know, the world, Marmite is brilliant. You really want people to say they don't like you, they're not connected with you as early as possible, so you don't waste your time. It's an abundant world, there's enough for everybody. But what you don't want to do is waste your time with people that don't love you, that don't see the same values in you. So you really do want to be out there and be Marmite and not be afraid, not so much offend people, but not be afraid to lose people, because they're not in your tribe anyway. They're never going to love you. You really want that to happen early. But in order for that, you need to win people, so you need to understand who you are, what you stand for, what your piece is, what makes you unique and different. And that comes through your products and services. But it starts very much with you. You are the core to your business, being a smaller startup business. Your personality is so important in everything you do. When you go to a buyer, you've already made a connection with them before. There's something you know about them. That's the thing, you know, just as they've said downstairs, it's not about you, it's about your customer and the connection. You know, pick up on a story or something they've said, you know, if they're posting anything, comment on it. before you even meet them, you've got to be in somewhere in the back of their mind. You're influencing their decision even before you've made the pitch. That's what you need to do. But you need to understand your piece. You know, not be everything to everybody, but really understand what you're about, who you are.